Hello Libra, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It is Wednesday the 11th of March 2026. I'm going to do you guys a singles love tarot reading for those of you who are not in a significant relationship or connection or long-term relationship, marriage, for single Libras. So if you are not a single Libra, or you are in a significant, committed, long-term relationship, marriage, that is all well, all good, this is not your reading. This is a singles love tarot reading for the sign of Libra. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Libra, 3 cards for any situation or energy around you, 3 cards for any challenges, obstacles, and 3 cards of advice from Spirit and the universe. So, for Libra, singles, when it comes to love, what do we need to know? The single Libras in love. Single Libras. For you, Libra, you have the 8 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in the upright, and the Knight of Swords in the upright. Whoa, you found some sort of truth and clarity. You're having some sort of light bulb moment, some sort of breakthrough, new ideas, mental clarity, mental power. And you are charging ahead with some sort of action, decisiveness, forward thinking, determination. Because you've been, or there's been some sort of delay or slow progress. Perhaps you've been thinking about it and it's been kind of slowing, some sort of thinking's been slowing you down. You've been thinking about something that's been kind of keeping you stuck or delayed or lacking movement, lacking action. Or there's something here that has been delayed or stuck or lacking action, and there's been some sort of new idea, truth or clarity, wisdom that's come through, and you are charging ahead now into action with this thought, clarity, wisdom, truth idea that you've had or you're having. Or you've been waiting on some sort of communication about something, or you've been waiting to communicate with someone about something, or there's something there about all of that. So let's have a look and see, delve a bit deeper what you might be thinking about. Honesty, fairness, truth, fairness, honesty, justice, truth, more importantly for Libra. 3 cards for any situations or energy surrounding you in love at the moment, about love for single Libras. Any situations or energy that surrounds single Libras when it comes to love at the moment. Five of Cups in the reverse, 4 of Wands in the reverse, and Judgment. So there could be someone that you're separated from at the moment or had a breakup with. And you have perhaps been thinking about it, processing the separation, the breakup, however it happened. You've been thinking about it. You've been kind of, well, not making any progress, action, forward movement, just kind of sitting with your thoughts perhaps. But I feel like, yeah, there's been some disappointment. You've been kind of thinking about it a bit. But you, I think, are now at the point of clarity, truth, acceptance for, well, reality, for what it is, for what it wasn't, for what happened, what didn't. And you come into some sort of, well, a very powerful moment of clarity, seeing clearly, spiritual awakening, or awakening in your mind, a light bulb moment. A light bulb is going off. Perhaps about the hows, the whys, the whens, the whos. You're wanting truth, or you're trying to find truth, or you found truth. And there's some sort of healing that's taking place, or some sort of acceptance, forgiveness, allowing what is and what isn't, and kind of moving on from it with great determination, may I add, with that Knight of Swords. Or you've had some sort of communication, perhaps from a past person, that's allowed you to find clarity, truth, in order to move on, to move ahead, to let it go. So let's see. Any challenges and obstacles for single Libras when it comes to love? Challenges, obstacles for single Libras in love when it comes to love. Any challenges and obstacles for single Libras in love? The Fool in the upright, Temperance in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So, yes, there is some sort of stuckness here, some sort of holding energy, an imbalance, an unfairness, some sort of something that wasn't balanced, wasn't fair, wasn't truthful, or something wasn't quite right. And it was keeping you stuck, keeping you held. The Fool in the reverse, new beginning, fresh energy, blank canvas, brand new start. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, something that is, or someone that was so slow, or an energy that is so slow it comes to a halt, and it just keeps kind of not moving, but it's just going round in circles, or it's just held there, it's not doing anything. Someone got bored of that. Someone got bored of doing the same old thing, or thinking the same old thing, or going round in circles, or being stuck, or delayed, or just bored, with no progress, with no action, with no clarity, with no movement, with no balance, with no harmony. And it was stopping them from moving forward to a new beginning. Let's get 3 cards of advice from Spirit, from the universe, for single Libras in love. 3 cards of advice for single Libras in love. 3 cards of advice from Spirit, from the universe, for single Libras in love. Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Pentacles in the upright, and the High Priestess in reverse. There's something here that someone wasn't saying. There was a truth that needed to be spoken. There was something that was hidden. secret, something that wasn't being told, wasn't being known, wasn't being shown. There's a heavy energy here of communication, of thinking, communication, but someone, and that Page of Swords there, someone was waiting for some sort of communication here, some sort of truth, clarity, in order to be able to move on, and they wasn't receiving it. Perhaps you were waiting for a message from someone, some sort of just clarity. You were waiting to know what was going on, or what you were waiting on someone to say something in order for you to let go of something, move on. They wasn't giving you it. And also there was someone here that wasn't being clear with their words, wasn't being truthful or honest. Someone was curious here. They wanted to know. They wanted to know truth. They wasn't receiving the truth. Someone wasn't telling them the truth, or wasn't being clear or honest with what they were saying. I don't know if you're still in this energy with this past person, or this person that you've separated from, Libra. I don't quite know where the time frame is for you, but you'll know, obviously, your own situation and at what level, and, you know, where it's at for you. So let's delve a little bit deeper into these. I'm interested to know about the Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here for single Libras when it comes to love? Why is the Page of Swords here for single Libras in love? The Emperor in reverse. Someone was stubborn or impulsive, or said things they didn't mean, or had a lack of direction, a lack of discipline, a lack of direction, a lack of structure, a lack of stability. Their information, their words that they were saying had no direction, had no structure, had no clarity. All over the place. Or there was someone here that was kind of manipulative with their words, or just wasn't straightforward. I'm getting someone that wasn't straightforward. Someone that possibly used their words to control, or they used their power of their words. Very charming perhaps, but they were quite, or they were immature, or, but I'm getting more no direction, unsure. Let's keep going a moment. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles in reverse and why it's here for single Libras in love. Seven of Swords. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was trying to get to, and there's the confirmation. Seven of Swords. Trickery, deception, betrayal, sneaky. Sneaky energy, untrustworthy energy, secretive. Someone that they don't tell the truth. They hide things. They keep their truths hidden. Very clever, very charming. Very deceptive. So that pretty much tells me what I was thinking first off when I saw this Page of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, the Three of Pentacles. I picked up on the page straight away. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily maliciously, but it's someone that definitely, you know, they're very secretive, very closed off, keep their cards very close to their chest. Did I say that right? Chest. Yeah, chest. So the High Priestess in reverse. Why is she here for single Libras when it comes to love? The High Priestess in reverse energy. Why is she here for single Libras in love? One from the bottom, one from the top, one from the bottom. High Priestess or the Moon. I always pull out one from the bottom. Nine of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. There you go. Someone who there was someone here that was holding back, secretive, or a bit emotionally unavailable, closed off, wasn't opening up, wasn't telling you their feelings. Someone here was holding on. They were holding on, but they weren't being truthful. They were, like I said, using the power of their words to keep someone stuck. Given they were mysterious, secretive. Unclear, untrustworthy. But they kept someone holding on, I'm getting. And someone here is very much, or was very much, emotionally unsatisfied and bored of hanging around, waiting around, not having truth, not having honesty, not having clarity, not having balance, not being able to move forward into a new beginning, because this little deceptive energy here, person, page, whoever they are, just kept this person hanging, kept you hanging, or however it resonates. Yeah, I'm feeling it was you, Libra. You were the one that was kept hanging. So, someone here there was a new beginning, or there's a separation, a new beginning, and an Ace of Cups reversed. So there's a new beginning that someone was waiting on, or that wasn't being offered. And they were getting bored, waiting around, not getting any truth, clarification, honesty. Tell me about that Knight of Swords in reverse energy. Why is he here for single Libras when it comes to love? Three of Pentacles in reverse again. Left out. Someone wasn't being informed. They felt like they were there was meant to be some sort of teamwork, some sort of union, collaboration, partnership. And someone just felt like, well, I'm hanging around here, but I feel like I'm kind of in this on my own. Where's my partner? Where's my person? Why aren't they telling me? And why can't I trust what they are telling me? Why am I questioning it? Why are they being so secretive, deceptive? Why are they not showing me any emotion here? Why are they still holding on, or why are they still kind of around me if they're not kind of telling me how things are? If they're not being honest, why are they still here?
Tell me about the Fool. Why is the Fool here? Single Libras in love. Why is the Fool here for single Libras in love? Strength. Someone was patient. They waited. They had confidence. They were focused on this snaky little person energy here. They believed in them. Believed in them enough to kind of hang around for quite a while with a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They were confident that this new beginning was going to happen. Or this clarification, this truth, this wisdom, this honesty was, this point of clarity was going to come. So, that Ace of Swords that you pulled, Libra, your Ace of Swords, you pulled it out. Pulled out your sword to cut through the nonsense. Why is the Ace of Swords here for single Libras in love? Why is the Ace of Swords here for single Libras in love? One from the top. One from the bottom. Yes. Okay. You got Judgment twice. Judgment in the upright. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. A decision has been made, or some sort of clarity has come, some sort of truth has come. And then there's that Ace of Pentacles. Or there was some sort of communication given, clarity, truth given, or some sort of information given that kind of was a small beginning, a beginning of stability, a beginning of something, new beginning, something was beginning. But there's also as well a very strong energy of reflection, of truth, of clarity within oneself, coming to some sort of awareness, awakening. Very heavy energy of decision here. There is a decision here, or there was a decision, or a decision has been made. Heavy, heavy, strong, decisive energy. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here for single Libras? Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This stability that was offered, it wasn't balanced. It was offered, but it wasn't balanced. There was a lack of equal give and take here. A lack of equal investment, a lack of communication, a lack of clarity, a lack of truth, a lack of emotion, a lack of structure, a lack of any decision being made. Someone was left here waiting, feeling like they were the one making all the effort, and someone else wasn't making the effort. Tell me more about that Fool. one more card on the Fool for single Libras in love. Look at how that one's just landed on the top. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone came in, offered this romance, this love, this new beginning, this, you know, I'm here for you. Let's do this. Let's have this new beginning. And someone really was confident that it was going to happen. And someone is just now seeing someone else for being sneaky. There wasn't a Knight of Cups in the upright. There was a Knight of Cups in reverse. They presented this romantic ideal that actually it wasn't ideal at all, nor was it romantic. I want to get one more deck. Hang on, Libra. I just wanted to get one more deck because I've got a couple more to clarify, and I've used quite a few out of that deck. I want a little bit of fresh energy here. So yeah, someone came in all romanticized and looking like they were committed, consistent, a sure thing. You know, Queen of Swords in reverse. But someone wasn't as clear cut as they sort of made out to be. They were manipulative, cold, detached, maybe cruel. Maybe they were a bit harsh with their words. Maybe they made a decision. They said things before they thought about it. They waded in, came in like a Knight of Cups, and then turned into a Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone was, I don't want to say naive, but they kind of believed this person. Had faith in them. Tell me more about the Four of Wands in reverse energy. Why is it here for single Libras in love? Four of Wands in reverse energy. Why is it here for single Libras in love? A Hanged Man in the upright. King of Swords in reverse. You got a King and a Queen of Swords in reverse. This is someone that, wowzers. And you got the Hanged Man here who was, well, kind of sitting around, hanging around, waiting, trying to, well, paused, stuck, waiting around, hanging around, waiting for this new beginning, reconciliation, this Ace of Pentacles, solid stability, commitment. Someone was left with their thoughts. Someone was also, if this is something that went on for a long time, someone was also thinking about the time they invested, the time they sacrificed, the effort they sacrificed. Time, effort, love, energy. There's also an energy of acceptance here. Accepting the reality. Someone wasn't listening to their intuition. They were listening to this Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, who was very, 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 very clever, very, 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 very detached, very cold, emotionally avoidant, closed up, cold fish. And someone was just kind of sat there waiting, hanging around. So I'm getting the Ace of Swords and I'm getting Judgment twice. So Libra, are you now making a judgment call for yourself? Have you made a decision to finally move on from this, let this go? Has that full energy now transferred solely to you, and you're going to have, you know, walk away from this, be done with this, over and done, over and out, and have a new beginning for yourself? I'm going to do one thing that I don't normally do in my singles and relationship readings, unless it's a general collective reading. I'm going to pull one from the top of each, because I feel like this is, yeah, let's just pull one from the top of each. Six of Cups. Someone from past, someone that you've known a long time, that you've been connected to for a long time. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone that you've waited around for a long time. Someone that you was nostalgic about. Queen of Swords in the upright. Cutting, there's the, so I was querying the Ace of Swords and where you was at with the Ace of Swords. There's the Queen of Swords. Turned upright. You got a Queen of Swords here in the reverse and a King of Swords in reverse. And with all the Seven of Swords energy, Page of Swords energy, I'm going to say that's the other person. They're quite cold, manipulative. But you pulled the Ace of Swords, Libra. Here's the Queen of Swords. This is you not hanging around anymore. This is you, Judgment twice. This is you, Knight of Swords, charging ahead with clarity. You're making the decision now. You're making the decision. Because you're fed up hanging around waiting for this. Four of Swords, processing it, contemplating it. The Empress in reverse. Feeling blocked, stuck, rejected, lacking growth, not moving forward, not doubting yourself, feeling overwhelmed, left out, neglected, not feeling yourself at all. Eight of Cups in the upright. Disillusionment. Heavy confusion, secrecy, illusions, mixed words, deceptive words, manipulative words that held you in delusion, in fantasy. But the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. You've finally drawn your sword in amongst all this nonsense, and you're about to cut nonsense. Cut the head off the nonsense. Clean, swift, cut it off. A decision is about to be made. Justice is about to be served. And Libra is about to do what Libra does best. Get to the truth of the matter. With full clarity. This is your reading, Libra. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it helped. If it did, give it a thumbs up. And if you would like more readings, please click the bell at the top of my page. Good luck. Best wishes. Lots of love until next time. Bye-bye.